Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Mizzou Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Mizzou Tigers offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience, Jesse. These kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Runs through a tackle. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better?
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Yeah, big, physical. You've seen...
Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the lead.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Floats it out in space. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down on the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown tie. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about...
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Give to the running back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball mixing? He wants to take the top off. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He'll toss it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The toss sweep to the right. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Ellington. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, maybe.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Here on third down. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately.
Hit the afterburners, kid. The tag. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Fast motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense set on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Here comes the option. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll go to the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the returner could find no daylight. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. 1st down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. It's complete to the right. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Quick strike complete. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Starting to feel a little pressure. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Coming after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Ellington. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a kid?
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown time. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the returner goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. He wants to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. He's looking to throw it. He's got it on the run.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water boys, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Missouri, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ellington. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Alabama!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Firing to the right, complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. That is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Ellington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny
Off he goes. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Feeling some heat. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner is stopped. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback moving. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Now the play fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Ellington. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Trying to pick up a first down. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Got some room in it to the goal line. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 18 over the Sharks. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. He's going to pass. Looking left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Tigers are on the move. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. He makes the connection. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Back to the air one more time. Finds his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Missouri, 17.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got room at the 35. There he goes to the right. The 20. The 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ballgame.
Touchdown time! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And this one is good, and it's been anything but easy for him. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Missouri, 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They've dominated this football game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's got great speed and good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it, keep chucking it, keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pop.